recap on what you previously discussed with me. First, you mentioned your ideal relationship with your mother, and then you went into detail about your realistic relationship with your mother. Now, in this case, could you tell me what your childhood relationship was like with your mother?
As a child, my earliest memory of my mom would be when I was probably 5 or 6 years old. I remember we were at a park, we're having a barbecue, we were with a lot of our family members. I, as a child, couldn't remember anything bad happening that day. Everyone was happy, my parents were happy, my siblings were happy. Um, she was happy in my eyes as a young child.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I could move forward to maybe age 7, 6 to 7, I noticed my mom started to get short tempered. As we were driving in the car as being young kids, she would often turn around and tell us to stop talking loud, or be quiet, or before we go into a store, she let us know that if we acted up, we were gonna get the belt or a
Mm-hmm.
switch, or and again, my mother never hit any of us, but
Mm-hmm.
she delegated that task
Mm-hmm.
to my father. So it was, how can I put this? She was just as guilty.
Mm-hmm.
She might as well have done it ourselves because she
Mm-hmm.
delegated it to my father.
Mm-hmm.
But our relationship was good moving forward into 8 and 9, or not even 8 and 9. I would say between 7 and 8, moving into 9. She started to let me see. She started to let me know that I reminded her of my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then she often, when she would talk to me about certain topics or something even serious that a mother and daughter should be talking about,
Mm-hmm.
she would kind of push it to the side. I don't want to say she didn't care, but she would push it to the side. And I would later talk to my dad about it. So she kind of pushed me to have a better relationship with my father
Mm-hmm.
than her, because I don't want to tell you that she pushed me away, but the dynamic was different.
Mm-hmm.
So our relationship was estranged almost. Of course, we lived in the same house. She was never not away from her children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was very distant. Like, I'm a middle child, so I don't want to say that I'm the black sheep or whatever. I was treated bad, but I was forgotten about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was forgotten about a lot from her and my father, but
Mm-hmm.
focusing on her, I'm her oldest daughter, so you know, moving into age 11, 10 to 11, she got pregnant again, and she had, you know, my younger brother, and she had to go back to work. My dad wasn't really working, so she was supporting the family.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had to pick up some of her responsibilities, and I was, happy to pick up, as a, moving into sixth grade and
Yeah.
things like that. You don't want to go to school and stuff like that, or
Mm-hmm.
but I start to notice that she was using our relationship, us getting closer because I'm helping her out, but she was using it as a crutch
Mm-hmm.
because she needed me to help her take care of my younger brother. And it was hard on me because I saw us getting closer, but I also saw her putting all these responsibilities on this young girl
Mm-hmm.
who wanted to go to school, who eventually saw that I'm getting in trouble at school, my grades are
Mm-hmm.
getting worse. And after I started to see the responsibilities that I had, and then I saw the responsibilities I had for school,
Mm-hmm.
I started to resent her a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because I'm this young girl and I'm her daughter. Yes, I'm the oldest daughter, and naturally I'm gonna have those responsibilities or watch over your younger siblings and things like that. But it was much more than that, and I quickly found that out, months after, taking, in a month's time, maybe missing school 3 to 4 times a month. So the school, they knew something was going on. I obviously knew something was going on as well, and that it didn't change. So later down the line, my mom lost her job, and she just went downhill from there. Her and my father's relationship got worse. Her relationship with her children got worse because she was frustrated with herself. She lost her job because she was drinking too much, and she would drink the night before too late. Or, I have suspicions that she would drink that morning before going to work. That is my belief. I don't really know what was going on. But she lost her job. She became more angry with everyone. Her and my father fought more, and she would be short-tempered with us more. And she never really bounced back from that disappointment of her losing her job, because she loved her job. And that gave her a sense of, other than her children, that gave her a sense of living, a sense of life. She loved serving people. She loved cooking. That was her area. So when she lost her happiness, she couldn't be happy for her family, really. She tried really hard, but I can tell by just her waking up in the morning and the first thing that she did was take a drink. I could tell that she couldn't be happy for us, for her family. So our relationship was estranged from then on. She, drank with my younger brother when she was pregnant. Not often, but often enough to where I noticed. And I feel like she gave up on life. And as a young girl, me being the oldest, I feel like as a mom, you should be trying to set an example. And she was setting an example in the beginning, but she fell off, and it kind of made me think, her and my father's relationship, is this what a good relationship is? Is this what a healthy relationship is? Is this what a good family dynamic is supposed to be? And so I grew up very confused with my childhood life, thinking like, oh, all families are going through this. All mother and daughter's relationships are, kind of non-existent at this age, when it should be, me moving into my teenage years when I really need my mom. I feel like she wasn't really there because she was battling her own demons. And she's still currently battling her demons. It's the same demons. It's been alcohol, and it's going to continue being alcohol until she figures out what is important to her and what she wants to do moving forward in her life. Because I feel like she doesn't know what she wants to do in life. She lost her job, and that was her everything, and now she doesn't know what to do anymore.
Wow, thank you very much for sharing that with me. Now, during that conversation, I recall you stating that you felt like your mother couldn't be happy for her family. And you also mentioned that your mother had lost her job. And so I noticed that when you mentioned that your mother lost her job and that she couldn't be happy for her family no longer for the reasons of her alcoholism, your body language changed. Could you go into more detail about that?
Well, yes. My body language changed because that was really the shift of our family relationships. All my siblings, her and my father's relationship, that was the shift. When she lost her job, my father lost hope. She lost hope. The family, her children lost hope. Or I can't speak for everyone. So I lost hope when she lost her job, because she was the glue holding us all together. So when that happened, I